So today's October 24th, which normally wouldn't have any real significance to me, except that today is 8 months since I was officially hospitalized, and was really the start of when I spent about 160 days in the hospital. Most of the time hooked up to tubes and machines and all kinds of stuff that was keeping me alive. So I wanted to just take a few minutes to kind of go back through some things and just kind of, I guess, celebrate the fact that I'm able to make this video when really, I mean, just within the last few months, they didn't think I was going to make it through the night, let alone be at home again and be recording videos and that sort of thing. So that's what this video is intended to be, is kind of a look back over the course of the last 8 months, and just to kind of explain some things from my perspective, I guess. Because if you're friends with me or you're friends with Rachel and you followed everything on Facebook, and you got a phone call from us every once in a while or whatever, that was one side of it. But living through it from the patient side of things was a little different than the way it was portrayed in the Facebook posts and that sort of thing. Not to say that those things were wrong. Rachel did an amazing job at documenting everything through Facebook posts, though we both wish she had done some vlogging during the process. If nothing else, just so we would have the footage for later that we could go through and kind of reassemble everything. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in and let's just go through some video and some pictures and some of those kind of things, and let's get this thing started. So I know I said that today marks the 8-month anniversary, you want to call it that, when I was hospitalized, which is true, but the story actually goes back a little bit further than February 23rd, 24th, and I think that's probably a good place to start. On February 17th, I wasn't feeling great. I just kind of felt slow and lethargic and just wasn't feeling my normal self. I had a bit of a fever, and I just felt crummy. And to go along with all of that, I went in and I weighed myself. I knew that I was overweight at the time. I was weighing in at like 240-ish pounds. I was the heaviest I'd ever been in my life at that point. And so I decided kind of right then and there that I had to start changing my exercise, my activity levels, my intake, because I was eating a lot of garbage, like way more than I would ever purposefully admit, even if I'm still lying to myself. Like, I was eating thousands upon thousands of calories a day of just sugars and starches and just processed everything. So after I got off the scale and saw what that number was, I decided to make a video that, yes, I published on YouTube, but that video is mostly for me to be a constant reminder of I have to make a change in my life in order to live a healthy, happy, long, successful life.
So I've started a new channel so that I can kind of document a journey that I'm getting ready to go through. So I guess I should explain that. 2 years ago, I was weighing in right at or right under 200 pounds. I felt good. I looked good. Everybody was happy, including me. 2 days ago, I got on the scale at 246.9 pounds. Not feeling great, lots of aches and pains, just generally lethargic, getting sick more often, and realized that I can't do this anymore. I can't keep just saying, well, I'll deal with it later. I will change my diet as a New Year's resolution, or I will do this at this point. I'll change something about what I'm trying to do at a later time. 246.9 pounds is the heaviest I've ever recorded myself at. And when I saw that number, I decided right then and there it was time to change.
And that was on February 17th. And I did that, and I started kind of tracking things, and I was, the weight just started falling off, but I was also still feeling really crummy. I still had a low-grade fever, and I just, after a while, finally had to go to the doctor. I went to a quick care or urgent care, doc in the box, whatever you want to call it, and that was on February 23rd. On February 23rd, when I got there, they did a bunch of testing on me. They took my temperature, they took some blood, all kinds of stuff. And they determined that I had influenza B. Okay, fine. It's the flu. But as it turns out, with influenza B, that's a direct shot to the emergency room here. So they called the local paramedics or ambulance service, who picked me up, took me to Memorial Hospital, where they confirmed that, yes, I had influenza B. With Rachel being an EMT and all of her medical experience, both as an EMT and working at the hospital and all of her stuff, along with it's the flu, I'll go get some rest, I'll take some vitamin C, and I will feel better in the morning. Finally convinced the doctors at the ER to let me go. Came home about 6 o'clock that evening on the 23rd, and then kind of went about my daily routine for the rest of the evening. About midnight that night, I sat bolt right up in bed because it felt like somebody had lit me on fire. It kind of started here in the middle of my chest, and it radiated out clear into my fingertips on both sides, and I just was the most uncomfortable I had probably ever been. And that's from a guy who's been run over by a logging truck. So, I woke up Rachel, explained what was going on to her. She called the ambulance service again, and I made another trip back to the ER. And that's when I was hospitalized, and where my actual 158 days of continual hospitalization started. Okay, so here we are, 7 minutes and 35 seconds into what I was hoping could just be a one-part video. But as it turns out, I'm much more long-winded than I thought, and we're just now getting to my hospitalization. So I think this is actually going to be where I'm going to stop this video, and we're going to actually turn this into a series of videos where I kind of talk about different things more in depth than I may have otherwise in just a single video. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for now anyway. I may end up doing a couple of these videos a week just to kind of help keep things moving, to give people a better understanding of what I went through, kind of what the family went through, that sort of thing. So definitely if you could do me a favor, a couple of favors really. One, if you enjoy the idea behind this video and what I'm trying to do here, give it a thumbs up. That tells me that I'm doing something right, and who doesn't like a little ego boost? Also, if you want to be kept up to date when these new videos from the series release, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to hit the little bell indicator next to the subscribe button down there, so that way you get notifications in your inbox when these new videos release. I hope you've enjoyed what I've started here. I hope you continue to enjoy them as more time goes on, and I hope I get to talk to you again here real soon. Thanks for watching.